Hey, 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 you are now listening or watching the Halos in the Infield podcast, sponsored in part by Noble L Works over on 1621 South Sinclair, where you can get discounts by just mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield, drink discounts on us, baby. And also by 714 Tickets, 714 Tickets. The price you see is the price you get, and you also get 10% additionally off in the Apply Now code once you order your tickets just by mentioning HITI, Halos in the Infield. Now enjoy the show.
Live every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Welcome to the Halos in the Infield post-game podcast with Todd Fox, sponsored by Noble Ale Works Brewery, as well as 714 Tickets. This is your nightly destination for all things Los Angeles Angels. Come join Todd as he recaps every thrilling and disappointing moment from tonight's game, win or lose. Get ready for insightful analysis, fan reactions, and Todd's engaging commentary. Plus, fans can call in live to the Halo hotline to have their voices and opinions heard as well.
It's the Halo hotline.
Stay tuned in for your chance to win free Halos merchandise with our weekly trivia.
It's all about the game.
It's time to dive into the heart of Angels baseball with Todd Fox on the Halos in the Infield postgame podcast.
There's a drive from Mike Trout. See you later. That is long gone.
It's the Todd Fox postgame podcast with your host, Todd Fox.
I want balls and oh, have mercy. John Stamos choked on me.
Hey, 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 welcome into another Halos in the Infield postgame show. I'm back on a Tuesday the 2nd of July as the Angels blow yet another game. I'm conflicted. But first off, let me just say this is the only postgame show where you can get the best takes, the realest takes. You guys control the calls and the comments, and you take the show where it's got to go after I give my rant and my daily freaking awards to the winners and losers of this game at set particular night. And we give you the highlights and we give you our best night in, night out. We don't take a day off unless something egregious happens and you have a fill-in by Rob and others like that. But for the most part, we're here every night, win or lose, and this is definitely one that we lost. This one's tough because, again, the last couple podcasts, I did one for Monday morning, which highlighted the fact, would you take an Angels playoff run this year to mortgage some of the future for the next couple years? Or would you just say stand pat or trade or just and see what happens? Or would you just continue with a sell and hope to stock up and then get free agents the next couple of years to add with the player development and the studs that are in place? I tend to go with the latter. But with that being said, still we're current, right? We can't go with a crystal ball and tell you who we're going to get and then say, okay, this is what's going to happen the next 2 years. We can just speculate and hope that the right trades are made, the right scouting's done, and the right free agents are pulled in. Like we actually do our freaking homework and don't sign another number 6. But I digress. When it comes to this season, we're stuck with game by game, seeing how it goes. And the most frustrating thing is we know that the future is uncertain. We know that a lot of things could go right and a lot of things could go wrong. With that being said, damn, did they reel us in with that 36-46 record when they won 6 straight, and you're thinking, damn, they're on the cusp of doing something kind of special. Okay, we'll take that loss. It hurt. It was a missed opportunity at home to complete a perfect homestand. When's the last time you heard that from an Angels team? And then you turn around, you say, okay, well, we got Oakland. We must have these games against Oakland. Because on the podcast, I was highlighting if you take 7 of the next 9, and I've been saying it. I'm not going into detail about, I think we got this one on Sunday versus Chicago because blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, realistically, you can make up 3 games at least in the standings with either wild card or the division. You could realistically make up some games because Texas, Seattle, and Houston are playing good competition now. And the Angels are playing, not that good a competition. Oakland being one of them. Last place, Oakland. Don't tell that to the Angels. The one or two reporters that we actually have, since we don't have 300 like the Dodgers, must have said, hey, you guys are up in Oakland in front of no fans, no pressure, and one of the worst teams in baseball. You should wax the floor with them. And the Angels are like, all right. And then proceeded not to give a funk. I mean, it's funny. I was talking to a coworker today who's also an Angel fan, and he was like, man, what's your take with Oakland? I said, man, they always give us trouble. They always give us trouble. And he's like, yeah, but we swept them. They suck. I'm like, it doesn't matter. We go to Oakland, and the one guy who's playing the trumpet in the outfield throws our guys off, and we play like crap. I mean, I've seen the same song and dance. And I was really hoping for a different outcome. Because if you could have swept this series with Oakland, you're 500 on the road. And you're in single digits in the loss column, under 500. So it's not bad. But when you look at the final score on this game tonight here in Oakland, 7 runs, 7 hits for Oakland, 5 runs, 11 hits for the Angels. You're like, oh, they played pretty good. No! Soriano, we needed a good start from you. And I know a lot of pressure coming off the DL or IL, whatever you want to call it. But in all actuality, again, he didn't pitch all that bad. I mean, the Angels did what the Angels always do, which is give up a crooked number and only score 1 in retaliation. Ooh, take that. There's your 1 run, but we gave up 4. Who cares? Take that. And you're thinking, okay, you get 1 back, and then Oakland's like, well, we got another crooked number. Now what are you going to do? 7-1. But in that inning, there was a challenge that should have been made. Dan pointed it out in Messenger to me. He was very frustrated. He said he was watching the Oakland telecast, and they were like, how come the Angels didn't challenge it? They would have won the challenge. I don't know. Maybe it's because we don't trust New York. I mean, 9 times out of 10, even if we go and we have clear evidence, New York is like, no. That was the other way around. It's called how it's on the field. New York never favors the Angels. So maybe that's in Ron Washington. Even though the right move would have been to challenge that play, Ron is so beaten down when it comes to New York. Ron's like, man, just let it play out. And he almost... I mean, if those 2 runs don't score, the Angels tie the game that's still playing, like Dan said in the comic to me. But what coulda, woulda, shoulda, you still were putting yourself in a bad situation. And once again, the Angels fight back at the end like they fought back on Sunday, nearly pulled a nice upset. But in this game with a tying runner on again, Taylor Ward comes up and strikes out. I mean, just look at this lineup. Forget what you know about the Oakland Athletics. The Mark McGuire's, he sucks. I mean, your Jose Canseco back in the day, who's that guy? Ricky Henderson, that guy's a waste of space. Dave Stewart, Dennis Eckersley, Hudson Mulder, Zito. Those guys suck. I mean, suck. They don't deserve to play with the jock straps. Listen to this lineup. Does this not scare you as an Angels fan? Leading off, Jay Bleday, M. Anjabar, Brooker, Langeliers, Soderstrom, Geoff, Butler, Harris, and Shoneman. Man, how the fuck do the Angels even get this close? Those guys are incredible. I mean, just listen to these batting averages. 242, 295, 261, 203, 219, 202, 188, 128, and 227. If perfection was a baseball team, it's your Oakland/Sacramento/Las Vegas Athletics. It is. I mean, it's the perfect baseball team. Nobody can beat that team. I'm just lucky that this team pulled and made it look like a game. What are you, crazy? The Angels have no business. Look, as bad as this team is, as most injury-plagued as this team is, the fact that we're run by Artie Moreno still is not good enough excuses to lose to a shit team who is trying to lose. They have no intentions of winning. They literally got off to a great April and someone said, hey guys, it's time to lose. We're winning too many games. And they just decided to throw in the towel. They're not trying. And still you find a way to lose to them. I can accept Detroit. I thought that was a good 3 out of 4. You would have loved the sweep. But you blew that last game. Fine, get over it. You have a day to rest. Come back strong. Beat Oakland. They have nothing to play for. You barely have anything to play for. You got pride and you got young kids who want to win. Where's the dog today? We've seen the dog the other series. We've seen it earlier in the season, even in losses. I need that dog every game. Every game. And that's what I'm talking about. On one hand, I want to see this team lose so we get a better draft pick, so that we can be sellers. But then I see it, I'm like, oh, I want them to win, though. Because in my heart, I'm not a loser fan. I want this team to win, whether I go in attendance or not. You always want the best outcome. I mean, the greatest thing would, yes, obviously for the best for the future is to lose and start over, but I don't trust this shit organization to do anything right for a half second, let alone for an off season. So fuck that. Let's win now. Let's surprise people. Let's get in the postseason. Let's at least make a run when Cajeda and freaking Silseth and Trout and number 6 and all these other guys start coming back. We can load up and maybe do something. We've been treading water. We're not that far off. We play in a sucky-ass division. Can we do something? It's Christmas in July. Believe. I don't know. So I'm conflicted. Some people call me out and say, well, I thought you wanted them to lose. But then when they win, it's like you get that feeling again, what we had a decade ago, when we were excited for every series, when we were pumped up to say, oh, the Angels are playing the Rockies, change the channel. No, you were like, well, they're playing the Rockies. Well, the Rockies aren't good. So what? I want to see them kick their ass. Because you felt good about every matchup. I wasn't scared of the Yankees. I wasn't scared of any team. Now it's like, damn, I hope we don't get embarrassed. I don't want that anymore. I'm tired of it. I want to see this team get back to respectability. And by God damn it, I think they can. But they got to pull their heads out their asses. They got to play better. And you can't lose to Oakland. These 9 games were critical. I still believe if you win 7 out of 9, you're right back in this mug before you play Seattle. If they go 500 or worse on this 9-game series, just watch the season now. We're back into the whole, let's just play one game at a time. Let's just see what happens mode. But see, because they got our honks excited, we were honking our honks and chafing ourselves. We were thinking, man, oh man, like we start looking ahead. They build us up just to let us down. So tonight, you had missed opportunities. You had Sean Noel with probably one of the best nights of the year for him. 2 hits, 4 RBIs. You had Renifo with 2 hits and 5 at-bats, but you had the Dong 0 for 4. And again, I'll say it for what seems like over a month now. Where the fuck is Pilar? What did he do so wrong that he can't knock Moniak out of the lineup or anybody else? Joe Adele and Moniak combined for 3 outs. Moniak popping up with a runner in scoring position again. Oh, it's terrible, dude. I don't understand that. Drury surprised me because he had 3 runs scored tonight. He got on with a hit, 2 walks. He was on every time. He still sucks at 175. He's got to do a lot more before I start having faith in him. Neto was a disappointing 1 for 4. I need more production. See, that's the problem. We are asking these guys, again, 2 more hits for O'Hoppe. He's up to 280. He's going as what we expected him to do. He's doing. But, you need more out of Neto. You need more out of Shawnuel because the guys aren't pulling their weight. So you're asking rookies or first-year guys to hold their own and then some because of the shit at the bottom of the lineup. So I feel bad for your O'Hoppes, your Netos, your Renifos, your Shawnuels, and even Ward with his big-ass ears. Because these guys got to carry the load. It's frustrating. 9 more strikeouts tonight. You struck out more than the league's best strikeout team, which is the Oakland A's. You went 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Usually that's a recipe for good. Nope, not tonight, because most of that was garbage time. 4 innings pitched for Soriano, 39 of 62. He couldn't find the plate, was having trouble there. 2 home runs allowed, 4 strikeouts. Marte continues to suck. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. I mean, it's a terrible game. This is not a good game. And the Angels are back. Well, they stay at 9.5 out. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Had the Angels won those 2 games that they lost to Detroit and Oakland, we're sitting 7.5 out, and we're 8 games under. Let that sink in. We would be 7.5 out, right behind Texas by a half game, and trailing the division by 7. Instead, we're 9.5 out still in a weak-ass division where Seattle lost again tonight to Baltimore because they're going to be playing Baltimore. We have a chance. It's so frustrating. This is why it sucks being an Angel fan, because they build you up. And then, see, look, and this was a loss from first pitch to last pitch. So that gets you an automatic, song from our favorite Savage Garden. But no, we're going to get the Buttercup too, because it feels like we're Buttercup because we were built up before the Detroit game and just to be let down in the first game of a road trip.
Why do you build me up, Buttercup, baby, just to let me down, mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call, baby, when you say you will. So I love you still, I need you. I will be strong, I will be faithful, 'cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. And I wanna stand with you on a mountain, and I wanna bathe with you in the sea, and I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me.
Notice I'm not going to play Stukas. I was getting very, very excited to play Stukas again, and we're not. So let's get into the Golden Stamos, the awards, and then we'll get into your comments. Believe it or not, there's certain players that the Angels just love to just dominate, and it'll be out of nowhere. And they've done this a lot this season. It'll just be like someone in the 9-hole like last year and this year, or just someone that really sucks. It doesn't really do all that much against any other team, but against the Angels, all-star. It used to be Martin Maldonado would just kick our ass every time he faced us. He would be batting 163 against anybody else, but of course against us, he kills it. And well, you know what? It was Lawrence Butler tonight. Yes, the famous Lawrence Butler. 2 hits tonight, 3 RBIs. He did K twice, but it didn't matter because the times that he did do something, which is homering to left field to make it 4 to nothing. He got another hit later in the game. I mean, the guy torched us, so I give him the Golden Stamos tonight. Now let's talk about who gets the Nacho Night Award.
I love the nachos, gas station nachos. I love those nachos, yeah. Gas station nachos, ow.
Well, the Nacho Night Award goes to one man and one man only, in my opinion, and that's Marte. Marte, if he got his shit together, maybe we win this game. He holds it down. Maybe, we're facing the closer and we're able to get a couple runs, but no.
Then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, take it somewhere, Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. You just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
Now off to the Golden Dong, which is the stiffest competition, the most erect player in the box. Who was the hardest person to get out?
It's a big Calhoun, the Golden Dome, for the player who stood out all day long. Stiffest competition on the field, halos in the infield, who's finna be revealed?
There wasn't really a blowaway, type of performance tonight where you're like, well, that guy was the toughest guy out there. But I have to give it to Mitch Spence. Yes, Mitch Spence, the starter extraordinaire for the Oakland A's / Sacramento / the ever so welcomed Las Vegas A's. Mitch Spence wins his 5th game of the year. 5 1/3, 6 hits allowed, only one run allowed, 5 strikeouts, and the Angels had their opportunities early and couldn't cash in. And of course, he sails on to a nice victory. Again, Oakland gave up some runs late, but in all actuality had this game locked down. And again, the inconsistent lineup for the Angels killed them once again, because getting no production from certain spots in certain situations kills them. So the Angels lose. That's 2 in a row after winning 6 in a row. So, so freaking frustrating. I'm telling you, this team pisses me off. So anyway, let's get into the comments tonight, as we got a lot of them. I'm going to catch up with them. Daniel leads off with, yo, that's some very good insight right there. R. Martinez says first. No, you're actually second. Tyler says leadoff walks will bite you, except if you're Angels. Shake my head. Also, another average effort, Marty says. Dan says Wash choked. Didn't review Ward's catch. Exactly. Tyler says Ward caught that freaking ball, dude. Changed the entire game. Again, Tyler, Dan, this team doesn't have the talent. So if it's a coaching mistake, if it's a player mistake or an error, most times than not, the Angels can't compensate for that. So again, if I was going to say Scioscia, if I'm Washington, I'm challenging wherever I can, even if New York doesn't favor us, because we need all the help we can get. We keep playing Moniak at our own demise. Exactly. Again, how many of you have told me, because you listen to the propaganda prime minister, PP, a.k.a. Roger Lodge, oh, we have to play, we can't play Pilar. He's not an everyday player. You're not even playing him more than once or twice a week. I mean, Squid got way more time. That dude was nowhere close to being an everyday player. Why are we punishing a guy who's actually good? Leave it to the Angels to say, hey, Squid, you can't hit for your life your weight, and you're like 180 pounds soaking wet. Let's play you every day. Pilar, boy, you're hitting one of the best averages on the team. Sit your ass on the bench. It doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. R. Martinez says, is Joe Adell still committing base running bloopers? Not so much. Mateo checks in with James. Also, Ben says, talk to an Angels scout in Fullerton, and he basically said nobody in the organization knows the direction of the future. Ben, that does not shock me. Even if I didn't have inside information myself, which I do, that doesn't shock me. I mean, you could see it. You don't have to be smart. You could be a novice baseball fan and just get someone to tell you or show you what the Angels are doing, and you can come to that conclusion as a fan of the Yankees or whoever. You could be a fan of football, just getting into baseball, and you could be like, oh, I wonder what the Angels franchise is like. And it's laid out in front of you, and you'll be like, this team has no direction. You know, get Drury off this team. He blows. I agree. Lakers fan says Ward should have insisted he caught that. Neto is good at that as well. He is. Mateo, it's all your fault. If you want to blame somebody, it's Mateo tonight.
It's o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast the day. Sip and cheer, no matter the score. Splits o'clock, let's pour some more. Splits o'clock, let's pour some more.
Big 20 wants us to know, guess what day? Guess what almost day it is, and he's figuring July 4th where he's going to get imaginary laid. R. Martinez says this winning and losing and then losing is a pattern of buttercupping. M-Dog also checks in with the Halo honks were going crazy after the win streak. Nah, this is a 100-loss season. Ben says after this year, would Renifo choose to stay or take a contract somewhere else? You would hope that with 1 year left, if they truly have a direction, which they don't, but if I was running the team, I'd try to keep Renifo on a 3-year extension. Also, Jack Lee says, and this is exactly why we need to sell everyone who isn't Ohapi, Neto, Shonowell, Joyce, Soriano, Detmers, and maybe Daniel and Canning. Agreed. Demetrio says, honks be like, it's okay. All we got to do is win 50 of our next 51. We're still alive, damn it. The Anaheim Buttercups. Also, Eric says 6-game winning streak, 2-game losing streak. Does it even matter at this point? This season is over in May. I can't even watch this shit show anymore. I just want to see some more smart moves being made. The first smart moves would be the first smart moves that would be made. Now back to our regular schedule of programming. Knew it was too good. Oh no, we suck again, Saucy says. And it's hard to dispute that because right when you start to believe, they're like, yoink.
Oh no! We suck again!
Yep. Let's see. Also, Tyler says, did we get spritz on our face for honking our dongs too much? Yes. And what's worse, Tyler, is it's our own spritz, not the opponents or any. Well, would you want it to be the opponents? Well, let me retract that. Never mind. M-Doc says Trout's probably been healthy for a month now, but he's probably just spending time with his family. Saucy says perhaps going forward we don't play 3 guys with batting averages sub 200. Exactly. I mean, Oakland is showing you, hey, we got 4 guys almost that are batting less than 200. Let's not, we're playing those guys on purpose to lose. Angels should take that seriously and be like, yeah, you know what? That's not a recipe for winning. No, they're like, hey, they may be onto something. Angels said they were too legit to quit, but then Oakland said, you can't touch this. I see what you did there. James! Also, Ben says, where are all the 20 pitchers we drafted in the 2021 draft? The whole organization sucks. Everything about it. Fuck Christmas in June. Embarrassing. They actually put a Christmas tree up outside. They had carolers for all 3 games. It's like 500 degrees outside, and you had Christmas carolers. Who does that? And yet you still, the Angels post, hey, Christmas in July or Christmas in June, it was so fantastic. Thanks for coming out to the Big A. And you have all these honks going, oh, my God, honk, honk. I loved it, honk, honk. Oh, my God, I can't wait till next year, honk, honk. This is why we can't have good things. This is why we will never, ever, ever be on the same page as a fan base. This is why other podcasts will say, hey, guys, we're on your side. Hey, we're going to be working with you. Hey, we appreciate the fight. And then it's like, hey, are you guys ready to join that fight with us? Are you ready to be on, do a crossover? Crickets, tumbleweeds, stealing our stuff. That's what you get from the Angels familia of podcasts. There's only like a couple that I actually respect. The rest can blow me. And I mean that. It sucks. It just sucks. And the fans too. I love you guys. And I love everyone that respects you and you think is cool. Because if you think they're cool, I think they're cool. But everyone else can blow us because those are the honks that are on the outside that are stupid as hell and will continue to say, Nah, everything's on fire around us, but I'm good with it. I mean, we're a laughing stock, and I'm good with it. I mean, come on. Artie Moreno spent a lot of money. Hey, remember when he first came here and the Bears were like nothing? $8 a piece? I mean, come on now. Come on. I don't know why I made them hillbillies, but still, it sucks. You got the PP propaganda prime minister continuing to shovel the shit down your throat. Hey, there's still room for more, guys. Come on. It sucks, dude. I am so sick and tired. I actually went into this season thinking, man, maybe we can get a movement together. Maybe we can be on the same page, whether it's with a winning franchise or a bad franchise, and we can go against the establishment and make a point. Nope. I got all of you on board, and that's fine. And I'm not shitting on that at all. I love you guys for that. Any kind of support you did, posting, whatever, great. Amazing. But you know as much as I know, we could have gotten way more people if this fan base were smarter and would stop just believing the bullshit that comes from our TVs or our radios or smartphones or whatever. Form your own goddamn opinions, and I guarantee you, you won't be thinking the same that the establishment is shoveling down your throat. I'm not, it's not everyone that agrees with me, and I'm fine with that. I'm just allowing, just like everybody else who has a platform that's willing to do the same thing, everyone to voice their own opinion. Like, we don't always have the same opinions, but it's good to have dialogue. It's good to say, hey, you know what? I don't really like the way this team is going, but I think, you know, you're onto something, Todd, but I think I got a better idea. And then I'm like, you know what? So-and-so right there is right. You know, I thought I knew it, but no, they're going with it. And you know what I mean? Like we can have good dialogue. And I wish our organization was like that. They're just like, no, the Fuhrer says we're doing it like this. We're doing it like this. And it makes no sense. And they're just like, the Fuhrer said so. We're going with it. That is the biggest dictatorship I've ever seen. And it magically is our franchise. Any other franchise, it's not that way. But magically, it has to be our Angels. It's so stupid. And I was listening to someone else talk about the Los Angeles, well, not someone else, Halo Joe talk about on his podcast the other day about how we're stuck with Los Angeles and how the Ducks did everything right. And he's a Kings fan. And he's pointing out how the Kings and Ducks listened to their fan base and did things accordingly. And they're both working towards having franchises who will be elite in a couple years because the way they're drafting, the way they're rebranding, the way they're staying in touch with the fan base. You think the Angels do that? Hell no. Just like Ben said, they have no idea what they're doing, nor do they care what the fans have to say. Because why? It's Christmas in June. That's why. Joe Adele standing at third base, picking his nose and admiring the gold on his finger, killing the momentum. R. Martinez. James says Sean O'Well was absolutely a dog tonight, though. Tyler says the winning streak might be the cruelest part of the season. Also, yes, hopefully we win tomorrow night. Also, I will tag Heedy tomorrow when he goes to the game. Also, let's see. Tyler says botching the A's last name so hard. Yes, exactly. James says, I figured out how Shonwell reminds me, or who he reminds me of, a slightly less defensive Casey Kochman. Shonwell will string a couple hits every so often, but won't hit for a high average. Well, at least he has some pop. I remember Casey Kochman had none. IE Native says, so much for the win streak. Adele needs to ride the pine along, brain dead on the base path and can't hit worth a shit. Exactly. No Eric Chavez in the lineup tonight. That's for sure. I forgot about him. And also Tejada. Hopefully the D-backs can balance out the Angels' loss, at least for me. Also, IE Native says, I can't spell worth a damn. Adele should be riding the pine. There you go. See also DFA Ward, DFA Moniak. And let's see, you have all these DFAs. Tyler says our two-strike approach is bad as Artie's taint sweat. Ugh, that is nasty. Also, one more loss that could have been a win. That's how we are.
One more loss, which could have been a win. You call yourselves professionals. I have never ever seen a worse group of 25 players. You don't think as a team. You don't play as a team. You don't even lose as a team.
Yeah, we don't actually. And you know what I say every time Moniak comes up to bat?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Frederick says Todd is starting to care if we win. Scary. Yes. Also, Grillmaster says play fucking Pilar, Washington. I'm 100% with you, Grillmaster. Also, Silent E says that Ward strikeout was pathetic. I don't care how much that ball was breaking. That ball was out of the strike zone from the delivery. Exactly, Silent E. That's why I don't like Taylor Ward, and I don't trust him either. Joe Adele is having a Kmart, is the Kmart Joey Gallo. Wow, it sucks. He's not even the blue light special. James says, that's why I don't get too high or too low with this team. With Artie is as owner, nothing matters or will get better. And that's frustrating. Dino says pitching has let us down the last 2 games. But God damn it, where the hell is the hitting most of game 2? I mean, I can't solely put it on the pitching. Ward adjusting his hat in the middle of a half-ass jog to a ball hit in the corner. Exactly. Surprised he didn't have shades on him. He was trying to flip him up and down. Umps should have called out when Ward Umps should have called the guy out when Ward dove at the ball. He catches it. Should have been an out. Oakland doesn't score. Butler's homer was just barely fair. Exactly. I don't know why Big 20 is saying I need you. Also, Artie is a DEI owner. That's why he sucks. No talent, just a cool tan. It's not just that. I mean, that's what helps him keep his job. That's for damn sure. But I do know he's a dictator, and he's also good for the league, I guess. So they ain't going to get rid of anyone who, I don't care what color he is. Hey, Fox, Angels keep hitting into inning-ending double plays. Exactly, that's got to stop too. Let's see. Also, balls, and need to play Pilar. Oh, man, I can't stress that enough.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
No, we want Pilar. David says, at this point, we should trade Adele for a pitcher. He's the only player on the roster at this moment worth anything. You can get someone. I'm telling you, someone's going to look at this guy and say, you know what? He's got potential. We could change him just like freaking Marsh. And you watch. It's going to be the Angel thing to happen. Adele's going to go to a Pittsburgh. He's going to go to a Milwaukee, a Cincinnati. Hell, he might even go to the White Sox and flourish. R. Martinez says Angels front office is keeping Pilar out of the lineup because he's showing up Trout. Whatever he's doing, they don't like it, and I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't like Adele. Hopefully he takes a hike, and who cares if he suddenly becomes an all-star, but I've seen enough of Adele. A lot of fans are like that. The Ace pitchers weren't even pitching well, not the greatest command from anyone, but they swung at shit, or the home plate umpire, Junior Valentin, called a pitch that was bad against us. Of course. And now also R. Martinez says, I absolutely agree, but Trout's going to have to prove himself again, and he'll have some time to. Sega says, Pilar is on Twitter already thinking of his next endeavor, saying, should I raise cows or goats? Also, I missed the old Spritz jingle. Hey, look at the exit velocity, Gooby Q Bally's. Yeah, they weren't doing that with us tonight because really no home runs. They were just playing it to play it. They were like, hey, let's go to commercial. Let's see. Also, we lost to Oakland. Q Lombardi. Well, where is he? Oh, what the hell's going on out here? Exactly. Let's see. Also, no, I'm getting late and having so much Shirley Temples. Yeah, sure. I hate to be mean, but I'm in no mood tonight, Big 20. I'm really in no mood. Yeah, well, that team sure did suck last night, and they did. And they sucked again tonight. Well, they sucked Sunday, and they sucked again tonight.
That team sure did suck last night. They just plain sucked. I've seen teams suck before, but they were the suckiest bunch of sucks that ever sucked.
Also, Dan says, and the Oakland announcers kept referring to our Angels as Anaheim. Oh, it's so nice that they know where we play baseball. Our damn owner doesn't. Exactly. Also, R. Martinez says, Angel staff and people behind marketing have no cachet. Exactly. Marty also says the dong remains flaccid, needs to see Artie to get those blue pills and get it going again. I'm going to every Christmas in June game next year, RT says. God damn it, you're part of the problem. Marty says those are other Angels podcasts are bootlicking houseboys. They are. They sure are, and they try to be quote-unquote cool, and they're like, hey, let's make fun of Perry, or hey, let's make fun of Artie right there. And then the next show, they're back to, I love Artie and I love what Perry's been doing.
Call me a bootlicking houseman all you want. I don't give a damn.
And they don't. Jack Lee says, Todd, take a breath. This too shall pass. Lowered expectations. I'm sorry. It's just been a tough season. Balls, and Todd imitating hillbillies. That would be cool. I mean, if we still had the Arkansas baseball team, that would actually fit. But yeah, I guess.
Time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and John Stamos.
Hillbilly. Todd has finally stepped. YouTube says also hard to believe that we would have any chance at the division. Houston is 18-9, June 1st, and if Seattle takes a shit, then I will spit. I'll still put us in third at best and still be the third worst team in the AL. I agree. Listen, I knew Houston would come around at some point. What's continuing to surprise me is Texas, and Seattle is underperforming, which unfortunately with the Angels getting that win streak might, again, against who they're playing, you did get your honks really, really erect, and you were thinking, man, I'm going to honk off right now because we're getting back in it. You could smell it. Now you can't smell it anymore. Let's see. Also, time for a drink and a gummy. I need this with this season. Also, hey, Trent Rush here. Welcome to the Angels podcast. And tonight I will discuss the UCLA Bruins, who are guaranteed to win next year under the guidance of Bill Walton's spirit. Trent Rush out. Sounds like a regular Angels post game. Let's bring back Kip Moore and have another Cowboy weekend. YouTube says, yeah, is Kip Moore available? The Johnsons are taking over Heedy now. The organization is full of Johnsons, from Artie the A Train to Willie the Don Calhoun. Artie is the biggest Johnson and Willie has the biggest Johnson. Just a bunch of dicks. Halo Joe says, Halo Joe knows what he's talking about. Go Kings and good luck Ducks of Orange County. He does. Alfonso says, ShamWow reminds me of Gomer. At least he's not Barney Fife. Let's see. Dino says, I'm all for giving the young guys a shot to prove themselves, but Moniak and Dell need to go. I agree. Wholeheartedly. We'll take phone calls in a minute. We're almost there. Frederick says, Todd needs to just calm down and learn to enjoy Christmas in June. Sing some carols, have some eggnog. You know what it will be? Listen, I love eggnog. Fine. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hello.
Who's this?
Papa. This is R. Martinez.
Oh, what's up, R. Martinez?
Hey, I just wanted to explain a little bit what I posted. I said when the marketing, Angels marketing people, they have no cachet.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fancy word for saying no credibility. You know, no prestige. They don't know what they're doing. They wanna seem like they're with all these promotions and the Christmas and summer and all that. They want to get people to come out and seem like they know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing because they have no cachet. What I mean by that is it's like you ever have somebody that's trying to win your friendship or something, and they say, "Here, I'll buy you this." Oh, here's $5, and they're very nice to you and everything just to win your friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of what they do. And except what's frustrating is that there's a lot of brainwash Halo honks. And on top of that, what makes it even more frustrating is that the front office and them guys, they don't care, or they act like they don't care. And that's what makes they like double down on it, and we don't get the feeling like they care. Or like you say, they don't even care. I mean, but they double down. That's what makes it frustrating. So when I say they have no cachet, it's like, dude, they just they have no credibility. I mean, the players, like historically, the players, they have tradition and stuff like that. They have prestige. Yeah, great players, but the marketing and the front office people, they're two different ball games right there. But anyway, that's why I just wanted to say that, because that goes a long way. When someone's just trying to be nice to you because they want you to follow them. And what's frustrating is that these freaking Halo honks, they fall for it. They're like brainwashed. That's what makes it frustrating. And then the Angels front office, they just double down. They act like they don't care. So that makes it frustrating. So I just wanted to say that, man.
No, you're good, bro.
Yeah.
I
just thought maybe I know it's because that says a lot. I mean, that alone, that they have no cliche. I wanted you and whoever, Halo Joe or somebody, you guys can like dig into that subject, into that topic. And I'm telling you, that's exactly what the problem is. See, when Artie Moreno first started, he that's what he did. He said, "Oh, I'll lower the beer prices and all that to win our friendship," right?
Mm-hmm.
But we realized that this MF has no credibility, like, because he doesn't. His real true colors are coming out now. He did that in the beginning, right? And that's just to win the fans over. So that right there speaks volumes. Like, that just confirms that this sucker was just trying to win. And a lot of these Halo honks just fell for it. That's what makes it even doubly frustrating.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a subject you guys can expound on later or whatever. But you guys can look into that.
Oh yeah,
I just wanted to say that, man.
We'll definitely hit that up on a podcast for sure, my man.
All right, sounds good. All right.
Appreciate the call.
All right,
you got it.
All right, bye.
Then to go off of what he says real quick, you know, that is a problem. When's the last time you've seen a homestand that doesn't provide some sort of like gift or some sort of slippers, shirt, whatever, bobblehead? That's how they're wrapping you into a mediocre product. You know, usually winning breeds, you just want to be there, and they have to entice people to come. They have to have Christmas in June. They have to have Kip Moore. They have to have a Star Wars weekend. I'm surprised we don't have a Marvel weekend. I'm surprised we don't have a Star Trek weekend. Anything, you know, the Food Channel weekend. I don't know. I mean, right now, the Angels PR is probably writing those down as we speak. But you're going to see something every weekend because they're going to need to get you there somehow, some way. Now, getting back to Frederick, he says Todd needs to just calm down and enjoy Christmas in June, sing some carols, and have some eggnog. Having some eggnog in that heat and singing Christmas carols reminds me of Will Ferrell when he was drinking milk in Anchorman, and he's like, milk was a bad choice, and it was like super hot. Yeah, I'd be puking everywhere. Alfonso says Joe Adele and Mickey Moniak both need to hit up Marcia and break out of their slumps. Also, Trent Rush here. It's time to take all the 10% of your phone calls. Also, Marty says, if you haven't heard Todd's podcast today, give it a listen. It was one of the best by far. Thank you, Marty. Also, actually, I don't want to blame the offense. The Angels scored 5 runs in the last 8 games. At least, yeah, I mean, they have been putting up better efforts, and that's a lot for the Angels. But, you know, you still got to, you know, not make errors and not give yourself a gigantic hole like they did the last 2 games. Also, do we win any games against Oakland? I fear we get swept. I think we're going to win the next 2, and that's only because of what they did last time. But you really can't give the Angels much credit when they're playing like this, and what they do up there in Oakland is usually what they're doing now. We need to set up Big 20 with a Hawk Tua girl. I don't know. She's getting around. Dan says Pilar was great on my fantasy team when Washington was playing him. Also, your ass tastes good. Nah, I'm not going to read that one. I don't think the halos of the Great White North would blow you, Todd. Disgusting. It was never mind. Todd, you need a spritz to release some stress, Marcia. Also, Growmaster says, why do you do research on fireworks before you purchase them to get the best bang for your buck? Sega says, hey Todd, when's the Rally Thong giveaway? I'm working on it. Balls, and the season starts tomorrow. So yep, this is Eric checking
Time
in.
for you to check out what I want. I want balls and balls.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
There you go. Let's see. Also, the SpongeBob weekend would be good, actually. That would get a lot of kids to the stadium. Look forward to Easter in October. Dan Rio says, do the Yankees have Christmas in June or Hillbilly Hoedown? I think the Hillbilly Hoedown would be much better. Also, we're doing a throwback weekend. Yes, we are. Let's see. Also, I'd rather see Stefanik in the outfield over Moniak and Adele. Me too. Blood Moon says Halloween in April. It's the Halo Honk line.
Hi there, Todd. How are you?
Who's this?
Halo Joe. How you doing?
Oh, what's going on, man? That's a very bad impersonation of Big 20.
Oh, wow. That was a shot. Big 20, where you at, pal? Taking shots from the likes of the great Todrick up there in his mighty seat there. Shooting you down, pal. I just came on and said hello, and Todd's just taking shots. Pow, pow. Pow, pow.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew. Wow. Woo! Split that hair, man.
Oh, God.
You guys got a part going right down the middle of his hairdo right now.
He sure does. Sure does.
I just called to say hi. Nah, I actually was going to call you to tell you a couple of things. Well, one you were mentioning earlier about how, well, when the caller called in about how Artie needs incentives to keep his fans into the seats.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that 150%. That's exactly what's going on. And we've been seeing that, and he's done that, luring us in. He's like that bad boyfriend that buys the girl he likes like a bunch of things, and once she finally goes into it, he's just using her because he just paid for her.
Pretty
That's
much
kind of what he's doing with us. We're that expensive whore that just keeps going back to the Angels games.
Look,
watch a losing franchise.
I remember when they used to advertise the next homestand as, hey, the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox are coming to town. You could see Albert Bell and Frank Thomas, and you could see Cecil Fielder. Okay, I'm going to see the teams. But name me the last series where they didn't have some sort of giveaway. I'll wait. You know?
Exactly. Hey, come on down and watch the California Angels take on the Kansas City Royals, and take a look at that good-looking pitcher over there, Mark Gubicza. Isn't he something?
He used to pitch for the Royals.
That's right. That's why I used to go. Mark Gubicza's gonna be there. Wow, I'd love to see that man pitch. What a good-looking baseball player. Good Lord. If I wasn't straight. But that's why you would go to the games. Exactly. You wanted to see the matchup, the matchups between Chuck Finley and whoever's coming to town. You wanted to go to the game the stadium's awesome. I mean, look at Todd. When we grew up, the Angel Stadium looked like a giant. It looked like the Millennium Falcon. It was this big gray, circular, misshapen bowl thing. Thanks to the Rams moving in. With a what?
I was just gonna say with a big A in center field.
Yeah, we used to have the big A in center field, and then we got that little rinky-dink sad A up on the top with the Marlboro Man next to it, and they moved the A out into the parking lot. And then it was all enclosed, and there was nothing to look at. Believe me, it was as much as I love that place was nothing to look at.
Well, I'll give you.
So you had a lot of gray and orange.
I'll give you a big example. Someone posted what the Angel Stadium used to look like, and I remember going to a game. I was sitting down by the foul pole, and this is when, again, no one would sit in left field. Like nobody would be in left field. So I forget who it was for the Mariners had hit a gigantic home run. So you could tell it was going to go to the left field bleachers. Dude, it took a good solid minute for fans from the few that were scattered in the right field pavilion to run across center field. And then you saw these kids from my section from before the foul pole trying to run over there because there's nobody there. The ball is just sitting in one of those rows, and we all went there hoping we picked the right row to get the ball.
Yep. There's a home run in center field seats hit by Reggie Jackson, and it took about about an inning or two for guys to get over there to the baseball to go pick it up. And then that's the young, healthy kid fans that were running over there. You got the other ones suffering from diabetes, just huffing and puffing trying to get over there and pick that ball up, dropping their ice cream helmets. But yeah, it's completely changed. I mean, now what are we having in August? It's New Year's Eve in August. Come on down to the Angel Stadium.
Let's count it down after every game.
Yeah, at the end of the loss, we'll count it down, and you can kiss your partner.
And it's so stupid because, again, I can remember they'd be like, one homestand, you'd have a seat cushion night, you'd have a baseball night. But those weren't every other night. Those weren't even every night. I mean, they scattered those out.
Yep. And when they had bobbleheads, they were meaningful bobbleheads. It was like, oh, I got a Dick Schofield bobblehead. Nice.
Dude, they were made out of porcelain. They weren't plastic.
Oh, yeah. You could kill someone with one of those. You get the base of that thing upside down, you club somebody over the head, it's over.
Yeah, exactly. And then you were always pissed off because, like, I remember my dad was nice enough to trade me his Garrett Anderson because I magically was goofing with it too much and I broke the hand. I'm like, oh, I want another Garrett Anderson. He's like, here, take mine, loser.
You're not taking mine, and you just take it with him.
Yeah, he's like, damn it, Todd, why'd you break your bobblehead?
You reap what you sow.
Yes.
Learn your lesson.
That's my Garrett Anderson, not yours.
Look at how nice mine looks because I take care of it.
You gotta learn not to take it out of the box.
Yeah, that's what you get. Yeah, and it's horrible. But the fans have become. It seems like as generations have gone on, especially a lot of these younger fans who were. I was 2 years old when the Angels went to the World Series. All that stuff.
Oh yeah.
You got a lot of guys that are just used to the way things are now, which you can't blame them. It's not their fault. That's what they grew up with. I mean, with the era we grew up in, that was different from the era before us. The people who were baseball fans in the 60s or in the early 70s. It's all different. But what's going on here is there's the Artie era that we're dealing with here. So now you're going to the baseball stadium. And by the way, I think I want to get that Angels beach towel that's coming out.
And see, that's the problem.
I'm going to tell you, I'm complaining about this, but I want the beach towel. How hot would I look at the side of my aunt's swimming pool lying out of my Angels beach towel?
Let's see, the problem is you could have the beach towel to go along with the slippers and the beanie. Because remember, the kids nowadays, Gen Z, if you look at it, like I drive out in San Bernardino, right? And I'm still amazed by the temperature being 98 degrees or hotter. Yeah. No wind, and these idiots are wearing. This is the future leaders of America, and they're wearing hoodies. And I'm like, what is wrong with these kids?
I tell you, Todd, the lines are being blurred. Nothing makes sense anymore. Genders are all over the place. Holidays are being celebrated any time of the year. No one cares anymore. There's no structure.
I want to invite all these hoodie kids to my house and invite them on the lawn just to tell them to get off my lawn.
Exactly. I was at the barbershop getting a haircut. And you know what the popular haircut is for young teenage boys nowadays?
What is that?
For anyone from 8 years old and into their teens, Todd, they get the number 2 buzz around the sides and back of the head, and they get a perm on top, Todd. A perm.
Yes.
There are teenage boys getting perms. If I got a perm when I was a teenage boy, how would I got my balls kicked up into my neck?
You know, I'm willing to let the aliens take over. I think they could do a better job.
I tell them to pull Independence Day on us right now. Open up the bellies of those ships and take out our cities. Just take millions of us out at once. You know, well, some of us will smarten up and drive into the desert, but most of us will just be taken in by the flames because we'll probably think they're here to be friends with us.
Yeah, exactly. Gen Z will be on the planet with the, or not the planet, but those skyscrapers. They'll be like, welcome.
Yeah, they're up there. Welcome to Earth. They'll be the first ones getting that laser beam to the eye. Oh boy. Yeah, and then to make matters worse, Todd, I'm sorry to be rambling on your show here, but I'm talking to I'm not, you and I we work out on the road. We talk to people. I'm talking to a guy today. He turns out to be an Angels fan. I said, hey, nice hat. Oh, cool. Too bad about our season though, huh? And he goes, yeah, well, you know, I just like going to the games, man. I'm like, what? This is what I knew. So as I was telling him, like, does it not matter that they're losing? Does it not matter that they're losing franchise? There's no hope in sight. As I'm choking him and watching the life leave his eyes on his front lawn. and it just blew my mind. I was walking back there. I was like, this guy really doesn't care whether they win or lose. He just likes to go to the games. It worries me, Todd. I mentioned it before when we went to the game, that famous game we went to, where the Nazi security did not let you into the video. And I remember sitting there and just looking at everyone enjoying their food and talking about their lives. Meanwhile, there's a baseball game going on and we're losing to Cleveland.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Would it be different if they were winning? Maybe. Their attention would be to a winning team. But why are you going to the games? Why are you spending all this money for this team that's just playing like crap?
Because Artie's mission after he started spending less and less was, let's make this place an event. It's all about the entertainment. And he made it about entertainment,
Exactly.
and there's so many people that he got hook, line, and sinker.
There goes the Sean Penn, I am Sam again.
I'm adjusting
There it
the
goes.
Starbucks condiments as we speak.
Exactly. That's a caramel macchiato. That's a wonderful choice. That's a wonderful choice, Todd.
Fantastic choice.
Fantastic choice. Oh, what happened to Rendon? Rendon, be careful. You're going to get hurted. Yeah.
We're so canceled.
It's a. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Goodbye. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being Halo and the Infield fans. We appreciate it.
This is a wonderful show that we've had for a few years now. We would like to thank everybody that made it possible.
We like to thank the old guy we allowed to come in here and just ruin everything for us. Thanks a lot, Halo Joe. We appreciate it.
You are once again the
Yeah.
MVP.
Thank you. And you know what? Also, too, don't forget, fellas, that that new cork build hat is coming out as well.
Oh, I
That's
can't
coming out, I
wait.
think, next week.
Can't wait.
Can't wait for that sucker. Who doesn't want a cork build hat? Where the hell did a cork build hat come from? Who thought of that? Who thought, hey, you know what? Let's make a build out of cork. That's a great idea. It's a home run marketing genius. Good Lord. How can we not stop making money?
Yeah, and you watch, they're going to be like selling like hotcakes on eBay the next day. Watch.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, I'm getting me that beach towel.
Yeah, I know.
When I go to the nudist beach, I'm gonna be wearing just that towel. Dozen donuts, no box.
You never
Wow.
cease to amaze me.
Woo! Yeah, and you know, like you mentioned it a little earlier, the Kings and Ducks. Those Ducks. We're talking about Anaheim. Let's talk about the Ducks. That franchise, those owners, that couple owner there, was it Susan and I forget the guy was the owner's name.
Samuelson or something like that. I don't even know.
There you go. Yeah, they got the right idea. They have they have nothing to do, but this is the thing that, like I mentioned before, they are in the LA market. They're aware of that. They're in this area. They're in this sweet spot, actually, geographically, in between Los Angeles County and down south in San Diego. They have this spot where they're in the LA TV market, and they're claiming something separate from LA. They're Anaheim. They're separate. They're not. You never hear, even though the Kings and Ducks are a rivalry in hockey, but the Ducks are not trying to be the second LA team. That's where you see fans fall to other fans when it comes to like the Clippers and the Chargers. They become that redheaded stepchild. That happened to us. We started out like that, and Autry had enough sense to say, you know what, nothing's working here. Let's move down south. I got a killer deal down south in Anaheim. We'll start our own thing there, and he did. We weren't very successful under Autry, even though he was a great owner, but he created a deep fan base down there, and Artie kind of opened it up. Didn't fully embrace what he opened it up to, and we're kind of just all floating around in this weird thing. We're all kind of arguing with each other.
No, I mean it's true.
On what our identity is, and it's a big issue, and it's a big problem, because now you're tampering with part of the pride that fans have for their team. If you have a person who is a Boston Celtics fan, he's that Boston guy. That's part of the pride of being a Boston Celtics fan. They're from Boston. That franchise is old as hell. It has, 17, 18 championships, whatever. And that's part of it, you know. We keep changing everything, and nothing's set in stone, and nothing other than our name, Angels. Everything's kind of just flung around, and there's it comes down from generation to generation. An old Angels fan is a complete different guy versus a new Angels fan, a younger Angels fan.
Yeah,
it's weird. It's very weird.
It is. But I'll tell you this, they're doing it the right way. They're claiming Orange County, and they're going to have pride, and they're going to have loyalty because of it. So,
and I like what they're saying too. Welcome to Orange Country. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty
cool.
That's pretty sick.
I think it sounds weird, but it's cool.
Yeah.
You know, Artie and his colors with his crayons, you think he'd jump on the orange idea.
Yeah, you would think, but he's never going to do that. So.
No. I don't think he will. But anyway, it's Todd. Sorry to take up so much time. You have yourself a great night. I will see you on Hollywood Squares, Todd.
You got it. Circle gets the square.
That's it.
Oops, my bad. Halo Joe right there. Gave him a little extra time because he's the man. Also, Sega says, it's all entertainment, Todd. You get your nachos, your Modelo, your stupid little rally monkey, your stupid City Connect talent. You shut up and you take it. Okay, man, I guess so. Hold down, Night Dan says. Halo's fans forever. It's the Halo honk line.
Hey, Todd.
What is up?
Dude. So,
John Stamos choked on me.
What's in one day, baby?
You what?
You know what's in one day that I'm psyching for?
It's July 3rd tomorrow.
Yeah, and then the day after that is where I go to the beach.
Oh, good for you.
And go off a water slide. Oh, yeah.
You go off a water slide and then do what?
And then I land in the ocean and catch a big wave. Body surfing.
I thought you were going to get some sex.
Yeah, that's when I get a little Shirley Temples in me. I start chatting it up.
These nuts.
Dancing and stuff.
Got you. It's because it's the dancing that gets the chicks.
Yeah. I can boogie on that dance floor.
Oh, no!
I got some moves. These hips don't lie.
Are you sure? You sure they don't lie?
But yeah, I'm sure they don't lie. They can go side to side, back and forth. Yik yak.
Nope.
Yep. Yeah. But other than that, I'm just bummed our winning streak ended. But hopefully we start a new one tomorrow in Oakland.
Yeah, they got to win the next two, dude. They can't lose anymore to Oakland.
Yeah, or
how
about this? We start winning streak and we keep on going through July 4th.
Somebody got hit.
Because who knows? Maybe you guys could get a surprise visit on July 4th night where I'm like off the Shirley Temples and I'm calling in like, hey, Tom! And I'm like out of it. So who knows? See what happens this Thursday, July 4th.
We'll all be looking forward to that.
I might call in. You never know. You never know how much party I'm going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Yeah,
right.
we'll see how long I'm boogieing on the dance floor that night and at the beach and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Big 20.
All right, well,
I know that, dude.
Well, hopefully we start a winning streak tomorrow night and go Angels. 4th of July is right around the corner and go, ladies, and go 4th of July. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Smart thinking.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
So we lose because of marketing. What about putting quality players in the field? That's what we've been asking. It's just not, we're not losing because of marketing. We're just making fun of it. Still classy San Diego, Ron Burgundy. Also next week, host stand Shark Week. Also, we need a paper bag weekend, but the stadium must not know about it. Exactly. That didn't work for us, did it? Also, Ben says Christmas in June is the closest thing to October. That's savage right there. Also, laugh a lot for a second there. I thought we were all screwed. Eric said also Big 20 in the cuck chair where he gets to learn about life. Damn. Wow. We already called him once. Let me finish this show out. Also, Alfonso, we need a Shark Week. Have the players dodge man eaters on the field. Do it. Also, it's called Halo Joe. It's called simping. Big 20's a cuckold. Tony says, what up, nachos? I look at this as a learning curve. I fell asleep watching the game. Work is work. Eric also says, actually, my favorite player growing up was Jim Abbott. He was fun to watch. Also, who here has a dog they hate this time of year? My 76-pound German Shepherd turns into a scared pup when those fireworks go off. How come we don't have a dog day other teams do? Because they don't like scooping the poop. balls, and next week in Angel Stadium, spritz a clock at the 7-inning stretch. Now that I would sing to. See, when are we going to the stadium again, Todd? Or when am I going to the stadium? I'll actually be at Mezzo's this weekend. So if you guys want to do a what is it called? A watch party this weekend, and then we're also going to have a I think I'm going to go to a couple of the games this weekend. So I'll let you know. It's either going to be Friday or Saturday. Halo Joe sounds like Jim Carrey's character in Living Color. He sounds like a lot of people. Dan says Oakland is having Eckersley bobblehead night. Even they pay homage to their past, which is crazy because we don't even touch it. No playoffs for the Angels. Weekend in October. Come to the stadium. The first 25 fans will receive a damaged plastic World Series trophy. I'll be there for that. MT says, great show, Todd. Why the organization does not recognize our old timers like Bobby Grich, Downing, Lynn, or Ryan, right? Thank you, MT, for the donation. That is amazing. Really appreciate that super sticker right there. They don't because they don't care. Artie Moreno does not care. I mean, Disney didn't, for as far as I know, they didn't acknowledge Brian Downing either. I know they show very few clips in that highlight reel. There should have been a Wally World night. Where's the Vladimir Guerrero love? And he was in the main time of Artie Moreno, the heyday. So they don't care to honor their veterans or their players that have come through here and brought butts in the seats. You know, I started going to games not for the promotions, but for the players. So, yes, it's a shame that we do not give any homage to our former players. Next homestand is Mike Trout spritzing bobblehead with actual spritz. I'd buy that. The beach towel looks awesome, but I still ain't going. Grillmaster says, hey, she told me Jordan Montgomery fired Boris as an agent. Grillmaster says, perhaps we may have a chance at him in the next upcoming season. He just went on the IL too. That's what sucks. Dan says, Artie needs underwear night. Get some tidy whities with angel logs all over them. Oh, J-Dog says, it's not time to quit. It's time to swing away. Yes, we need to stop swinging away. Justin Bieber, not Shane Bieber, is what we need. Also, R. Martinez says the Millennium Falcon, it's a ship that made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. It has outrun Imperial starships. Thank you, R. Martinez. How about Britney Spears night? That would be let's get this year's Britney Spears. The first to sit in the cut chair and watch two aliens go at it will be Big 20. Marty said, damn, iPhone predictive text is garbage. Tidy whitey's not righty white. Eric says, how about Big 20 and Britney Spears night? Oh my God, that guy would be going crazy. M-Dog says, when's the Willie Calhoun dongle? That would be an inappropriate bobblehead. That's for sure, because the wrong head would be bobbling. Also, a frozen donuts, no box. Halo Joe killing it. Angels will win one game in that series. Lady Gaga night. Also, Eric Willis says, R. Martinez, something tells me we're getting a massive update. That's what he was talking about, Big 20 right there. Also, Halo Joe is my generation, Gen X. I get him. R. Martinez says, Gen X, the last on the front line. Yes, R. Martinez. I'm with you on that because I qualify for that. Kardashian night, sex videos, and elite to the first 20,000 fans. Also, this guy talking only English. Also, Big 20's gonna hit us up with some Brokeback Mountain updates soon. Also, millennials and Gen Zs are pathetic. Artie is another sleeping Joe. Let's see the Hey Todd. Also, Gong show him. So R. Martinez is not a fan. He says, get him out of here. Big 20, the type of guy to be best friends with Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern show. Damn, that's cold-blooded. Damn. Let's see if someone else calling before Z's too late, Eric. Oh, damn. They are going on you right there. What's with the whippersnappers? Let's see. Also, our Martinez says Big 20 must work at Disneyland. He sure has a lot of fantasies. Oh, damn. Man, you guys are going crazy tonight. Let's see. Also, Adele and Moniac need to call up Vanessa Hudgens and ask Cole Tucker's permission to have Vanessa help them improve their performance. Well, has she had the baby yet? We haven't had no update on that. Halo Joe says, "Hey Todd, hope you're free Friday night. It's Shauna Na night at my house. I bought juice bags." Bam, boom, bam, dum, 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 boom. Hey, it's doo-wop night at the stadium. Come by and snap your fingers all night as we talk about the Motown Mondays. Oh, we suck. Let's see. Also, how about Thanksgiving in August? I'm down with that, man. Turkey Day. You get a turkey wing and for every purchase of a Hoffy hot dog. Swing away, you'll eventually connect. Marcus Thames. Also, am I the only one that loved Fred Lynn in an Angels uniform? No, I did too. I think any player with his caliber playing in an Angels jersey is awesome. D's Nuts Night would be interesting as well. So with that being said, I think we got to most everybody tonight. I appreciate everybody once again. You guys always steer the show wherever it's got to go. And had fun tonight. Just wish the Angels would have made it more fun with a victory as they blew it tonight and take a Savage Garden night to us. And they don't deliver again. When in a night where Seattle loses again, Houston loses, and you can't take advantage of that. So very, very frustrating. It was more like,
I want balls and oh, have mercy. John Stamos choked on me.
So I'm going to play us out with a song that we have to play out. But first, let's pop a top. We need some botanical spritz.
Spritz o'clock, Angels play. Win or lose, we toast the day. Sip and cheer, no matter the score. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more. Spritz o'clock, let's pour some more.
Good night, everybody, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Hopefully the Angels get a dub.
I